a man known in history as no stranger to winning MVPs and considered by many as the greatest to ever play the game. Lionel Messi is a football legend.
Bruh, whether you want to call it soccer or football, either way, I love the game. The energy from the fans and how the athletes play hard make watching it one of my favorite things to do.
I definitely agree. That is why, as we share facts about historical figures like Lionel Messi, you can't mention the game of football without talking about his legendary run in the sport. But for those who may not know who Lionel Messi is, why don't you tell them a little bit about his backstory?
Luis Lionel Andres Messi is an Argentine professional footballer born on June 24, 1987 in Rosario, Argentina.
Of course, if you've ever watched him play, you can understand why fans love his game. Now, looking at his biography and family history, Lionel Messi grew up in Argentina in a pretty large family. Messi is the third of 4 children of father Jorge and his wife Celia.
That is pretty cool. Another amazing fact about his story is how he got involved in the game of football at an early age, getting noticed by a major football club. Messi started out playing for Newell's Old Boys youth team in September 2000. After seeing his skill set with the youth team, Messi later moved with his family to Europe in February 2001.
Wow, that had to be a major culture shock. Although that is good that he was discovered at an early age and given the opportunity to develop and grow.
Developing and growing might have been an understatement. In fact, Messi would be very successful in the next few years. Messi played his first professional match at 16 years old on November 16, 2003 against Porto. He played the 2003 and 2004 season with Barcelona's B team. They later promoted him to the A team for the 2004-2005 season and made his league debut on October 16, 2004 against Espanyol as a substitute.
All I can say is Messi was outstanding. In fact, looking at his biography, he would make his league debut at age 17 and became the youngest player to play for Barcelona's first team in an official competition. He scored his first professional goal on May 1, 2005, making him the youngest ever scorer for the club. Barcelona won La Liga that season for the first time in 6 years and won the league for the second time in a row, along with the Spanish Super Cup and UEFA Champions League in 2006.
Impressive. And speaking of another impressive accomplishment on the soccer field, it would be when Lionel Messi would make his mark with scoring. Messi became a first-team regular by scoring the first hat-trick of his career in El Clasico. If you don't know what a hat-trick is, a hat-trick in the world of soccer is scoring 3 goals in a single game. On April 18, 2007, he scored a goal almost exactly identical to Maradona's goal of the century against England in the 1986 World Cup.
Sweet! Up next, with all of Lionel Messi's success that he achieved, he wanted to give back. That is where he established the Leo Messi Foundation. His foundation's goal was all about working to improve access to education and healthcare for children in need.
I love it when people give back to those in need. Continuing on, though, with a discussion about the success of Lionel Messi on the soccer field, we have to talk about the Olympic Games. Looking back to 2008, Lionel Messi would be the recipient of a gold medal. That is where he led the Argentina football team to a gold medal at the Summer Olympics in Beijing.
Just taking the time to look at all the things that Lionel Messi has accomplished in his life is mind-blowing, especially with his passion for children. I know earlier we mentioned his foundation, but Lionel Messi would also work with an organization that focused on providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children worldwide. I am talking about UNICEF. Messi would work with UNICEF, where they announced Messi as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador on March 11, 2010.
I love it. Of course, being one of the world's top football athletes comes with perks. One big perk, of course, is signing big contracts. An example of this goes back to 2014, when Lionel Messi signed a new contract with Barcelona for millions.
Well, I guess it comes with the territory when you're the best of the best. Of course, speaking of being elite in the sport, I have to share this next fact about Lionel Messi's accomplishment on July 13th, 2014. That is where Messi shined once again on the world stage. Lionel Messi won the Golden Ball Award for the best player in the World Cup.
All I can say is legendary. Lionel Messi is a legend in the game for sure, being named FIFA World Player of the Year multiple times.